Welcome. Today's video will look at the cue card, describe a new store or a shop in your town or city. What I'm going to show you is basically the vocabulary for it and how to answer this. So without further ado, let's get started. So the cue card is describe a new store or a shop in your town or city. And we're focusing on IELTS Speaking. It's a cue card, so let's get started. Some things to keep in mind before you give the answer. First of all, the vocabulary, it has to be related to, at least in my answer will be about sustainability, because that's kind of like what I'm aiming for. Second, you want to use descriptive adjectives in your speaking so that the answer is a bit more nuanced. And finally, use varied sentence structures to show your prowess on speaking, on how well you can create answers. Okay, so let's have a look at this. And this is how I would start my answer. Well, I'd like to talk about a fascinating new store that recently opened up in my city. It's called the Green Haven, and it has quickly become a popular spot for the environmentally conscious individuals, like myself. This store is not just any ordinary shop. It's a haven for sustainable and eco-friendly products. Okay, so first of all, the introduction in itself, I've kept it pretty simple. So look at this phrase, I'd like to talk about. You can use that, you can use it with other cue cards, doesn't matter, it's good. But look at the word fascinating. So that vocabulary right there, that's a good word to have. When something is interesting, catches your attention, that's when you want to use the word fascinating. Okay? And then further on, when I said it has quickly become a popular spot, that's adding, a little bit of an action, a little bit of drama to the answer. And then, this little phrase or three words, environmentally conscious individuals. So these are the individuals who care about the environment, and these are the words, that I've used. And this is a vocabulary for band 9 answer, really. So that's kind of like, what we're going after. First and foremost, the Green Haven offers a wide range of organic and locally sourced groceries, from fresh fruits and vegetables to whole grain bread and dairy products. They have it all. What sets this store apart is their commitment to reducing plastic waste. They encourage customers to bring their reusable bags and containers, and they offer a variety of bulk options where you can purchase items without any unnecessary packaging. Okay, here we are adding a little bit more, description to the shop itself. Look at this phrase here, first and foremost. This is the first, point that I'm speaking about, and that's how you can use this. In your other cue cards as well, use it, first and foremost. That's the first point that you're talking about. I use the vocabulary here, I use the word wide range. It's basically to tell when, there's a lot of options available for something. And of course, look at this entire sentence. From fresh fruits and vegetables to whole grain bread and dairy products, they have it all. So you see how I changed it? Instead of saying they have whole grain bread and dairy products and frozen fruits and, fresh fruits and vegetables, I instead kind of like flipped it around. So I said fresh fruits and vegetables, they have it all. So that shows a little bit more technique that you can use in their answer like that. And of course, I used a word commitment to reducing plastic waste, this phrase here itself. That is a great way of saying that someone is taking action, or an organization or a shop is taking action towards something. And this is how, I'm showing it in my answer. So use that in your answers as well. Now let's move on ahead. Aside from groceries, the Green Haven also has a section dedicated to household personal care products. They stock eco-friendly cleaning supplies, cruelty-free cosmetics, and even biodegradable packaging materials. It's truly a one-stop shop for anyone looking to make sustainable choices in their daily lives. Okay, this bit, look at how I'm starting the answer. Aside from groceries. So that little phrase there, the listener or the examiner, they'll know that, now you're moving on to something else apart from groceries. And that's a great way to start the second point. Okay, Then I use the words dedicated to household and personal care products. So instead of saying, oh, they have household and personal care products, I use the word a section dedicated. So, I use these two words to basically make it sound a little bit more nuanced, a little bit more fancy, if you would. Okay? And then look at the other words, biodegradable packaging materials. Now this vocabulary is very much about sustainability, about eco-friendly, about environmentalism in general. So, that's what the answer is about, and that's the kind of words that I'm using for this. Now let's move on ahead. One unique feature of this store is interactive workshops, and they organize on a regular basis. They invite experts to share their knowledge about sustainable living, recycling, and upcycling. These workshops provide valuable insights and practical tips for customers to adopt an eco-friendly lifestyle. I've attended a few myself, and they have been incredibly informative and inspiring. So here, now that I'm moving to something totally different, the point is changing it's coming to the interactive workshops. So I used one unique feature. That's starting another point, right? So that's a good phrase to have in your back pocket when you're answering. So remember that. And look at the word interactive workshops. Instead of just saying, oh, they hold these events where you learn something new, I mentioned interactive workshops. It's more dynamic, it's more happening, and of course, the answer's a lot better. So use that word in, whatever answer you might be using. That's a good vocabulary to have. And of course, talking about the workshops and describing that, look at this entire sentence here. These workshops provide valuable insights and practical tips for customers to adopt to an eco-friendly lifestyle. So that is painting a vivid picture about the workshops. So describe, if you have to describe something, do it like that. Now let's move on forward. In conclusion, the Green Haven is a wonderful addition to our city, offering a wide range of sustainable products, educational workshops, and pleasant shopping experience. It promotes mindful consumerism and encourages individuals to make environmentally conscious choices. I highly recommend visiting this store to anyone who cares about our planet and wants to contribute to a greener future. Boom. This is the conclusion of the answer. So, to conclude it, I just said in conclusion, use that phrase in your answers as well. Whatever you're concluding, when you're wrapping it all up, say in conclusion. Now look at this another, two words, wonderful addition. When you're talking about something that is amazing and something that's super great, and you want to describe that, you can say wonderful addition when something new is coming to your town or new things happening in your life or whatever that may be. So whenever something is adding, it's a wonderful addition. So use it like that. And then, to wrap it all up, I said they are encouraging, environmental conscious choices for the people who are buying stuff there. So, that's wrapping it up there nicely as well. And of course, just look at these words here: sustainable products, educational workshops, and pleasant shopping experience. So there you go. It's an answer, easy as that. And this is a 9-band answer. So, use this vocabulary in your answers. Think about how you will lay your thoughts down, and that's what you want to focus on. Well, I hope you liked the answer. And hey, if you find this useful, subscribe. And if you have any friends who might be struggling with this cue card or speaking in general, share this with them. They'll find this useful. See you in the next video.